Hello, hello. Welcome to the Foolish Tech Show. We got some people that'll be moseying in here in a moment, but we were going to do, I was thinking about doing a bacon day, but I'd prefer to have that wait and give some preamp to that. So I think we're going to do a bacon day on Friday. So be sure to tune in Friday at 6 p.m. We'll be cooking bacon and then eating bacon. It's going to be an excellent show.
Don't forget to bring bacon.
Yeah, definitely make sure you have bacon. Oh, did you bring bacon today, Proctor?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, if you did, I was going to be like, I guess we'll go ahead and do the bacon show. But
I have snack cakes, but no bacon.
Since you did forget your bacon, it works out well that we're going to do bacon day on Friday then. So, looks like Nick's joining in here. Let's
Did you
go
just say we were postponing Bacon Day?
Yeah.
The hell?
To Friday, so we can have some build-up for it. Advertise about it.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, unless you really want to do it today, we can go ahead and do it today, I guess.
Getting later and later in the day for bacon. I'd like to do it on Monday or something, actually.
Okay. We can do Bacon Day Monday morning.
8 a.m. bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Let's do that.
Bacon
Because
Day.
I'm stocked up on bacon now. I got stocked up at the store last night, yesterday, or whatever, but I haven't really decided what I wanted to do. Something like, more than normal, I guess, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Okay. I'd like to see how you do your bacon things.
I'll certainly show you.
Nick does some bacon mats, which is like perfect for.
This little sandwich-sized bacon weave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can have bacon on every bite of your sandwich.
Yeah, and it's really easy to put on there and stay there. It's just easy to make a bacon. You can make a bacon sandwich in a hurry, man.
That is nice.
Burned myself earlier.
Ow.
Ouch.
Yeah. Excuse me. All you could really see there was the cream on it, actually, but it's sticky outy and red and angry.
So, Philthex in the chat. Hey, Philthex, if you're out there listening.
Yeah, man.
He let us know that he had just heard about the release or unleashing of CryptoLocker version 4.
Whoop-day.
Which they're now going to be threatening to post people's files on the internet if they don't pay.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, but that, like, I mean, it would take a long time to get a lot of the files. Whoops, I didn't mean to ban you, Proctor. I clicked the
What did I do?
I hit the wrong button. My bad. Doesn't have an unban, so well, it didn't kick you right off, so that's good. So yeah, apparently. But see, the thing I have a question about is, I mean, that takes a long time to download all the files from a system, especially if it's going off like consumer end systems.
It'll probably just pull small documents and things like that.
Yeah. So like if you have your password saved in a file unencrypted in my documents.
Yeah, that would be dumb.
Yeah, don't do that anymore. Maybe that'll start to change people from doing that. Doubtful. But yeah, I mean, like, they haven't actively been downloading any of the data prior to this, right? It's only just been going through and encrypting things.
To my knowledge.
Because, I mean, you're talking about consumer grade stuff, like uploading. They're not going to get a lot of speed out of that.
Well, it could just be an idle threat too.
Yeah, that's true too. People will definitely freak out about that.
You know, probably have a few more people freak out about it and try to pay the ransom.
Mm-hmm. So interesting development there. Thanks for that knowledge, Philtex.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. So, hey Proctor,
Yeah.
do you do any like forensic style work in your shop?
Not really. Occasionally something that touches that area, but not on a regular basis, and I don't advertise it.
It's good because I just found out that that's actually illegal.
Really?
Yeah. You have to be
What?
in most states you have to be a private investigator license to be able to do that type of work. Certain states they went ahead and like enacted it immediately. And,
Now, well, the question is though, is where's the line drawn, and as far as what you can and can't do, what's considered an investigation, or what?
yeah, well, it mainly comes down to if the things end up in court or not. But it is a misdemeanor in most states to go through and look through people's stuff and try to figure out what was done or why it was done without like that express individual person. So like if you brought your computer into a shop and said, I want to know if my husband's cheating on me,
Yeah.
or my spouse is cheating on me, and they did that type of investigation to find out if they could recover anything, that would be illegal. Like if, hey, we want to try to see if this employee took anything with them, type of thing.
Well, see, here's where you got your opportunity now to turn this into training and make even more money by teaching people how to spy on their spouses. Giving them classes, showing them the tools to use and how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
It's just an option.
I don't really know any good tools for that though.
Or you could get your license, I guess, an investigator.
Apparently, though, to become an investigator, it's like a three-year ordeal.
I know it's an ordeal because otherwise people would be doing it a lot more. You know.
Yeah. Like you have to train under somebody that's already a licensed person for like a year or two, and then your test doesn't have anything to do with computer forensics or any of that, and it's all about like knowing gun laws and how to act.
Oh yeah, that's what it would be, of course. Yeah, I mean it's like bounty hunter kind of shit almost. You know,
that's actually a separate license.
The basic law enforcement test?
It's almost like that, huh? What?
I was gonna say, do you have to pass the basic law enforcement test? Like cops do?
That's if you're previously in law enforcement, you don't have to do the training stuff. So you don't have to be like an intern. If you're previously in law enforcement, you can just take the test. So, but yeah, I thought that was an interesting topic. I was like, wow, I did not know that. Because there are a lot of tools out there that are open source that allow you to do those kind of forensics. things. I was just interested to talk to you.
Yeah.
I know once or twice, like, we had
Might even be an
things come
interesting idea to create a nice, easy tool. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, actually. There's got to be a couple out there, already. Right? Just like, hey, like tools that are specifically for spousal forensics and whatnot. I mean, you know what they are and what they do, but I mean something that says specifically, I am for this, and caters to that with how it presents the information to you.
Mm-hmm.
To an end user who would be looking for something like that. That would be interesting.
Yeah, probably would be.
Mm.
I haven't looked into any of that type of information or seen if it's available.
Just interesting thoughts. Nothing I would personally be involved in.
I think most of it's aimed at like keeping an eye on your kids,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
net nannies and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's legal to do that, but the same software could be used for things that aren't necessarily legal.
Yeah, until they
That's
turn
true. It could
18,
be.
then it's not legal to do it on your own kids even. So that's kind of a slippery slope if you have a 18-year-old in high school.
Man, I got that whole "if you're in my house" thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't have privacy in my house.
Yeah.
Not when you came from me, or I'm responsible for you.
That's how you want them to perceive it, but technically, legally, they do have the right.
Technically, legally, they can do whatever they want to do, and I can kick them the fuck out. Oh, excuse my language. No, I'm ready. I'm ready for the teen years. I'm loving him while he's 7.
So apparently putting that ban in banned anyone from joining.
Yeah, I'm banned.
Hmm?
See if I can figure out how to do that.
The hex chat.
That's interesting.
Yeah. IRC unban Google search. Alright, minus B.
Well, I am home.
Welcome back.
Right.
Yay!
Thank you.
I think I removed the ban if y'all want to try logging in again. You have been unbanded.
You think?
Did that work?
I don't know, it's loading now on mine. There we go. I'm in.
Yay. Learn as you go. All right. Well, for this show, let's go over setting up an OpenVPN server. And what this does is it allows you to install or have a VPN so that you can have your traffic and stuff encrypted like we have been talking about, but instead of paying someone else to do that service and having to put your trust in them, you can set one up on your home network, and it gives you two benefits. So when you're out and about, you can connect to your VPN from open wireless or unsecure wireless. All your traffic's encrypted at that point. But the second benefit is it also gives you access to your home network. So your computers and files that are on that network, you'll be able to access them remotely from anywhere. So two pretty nice benefits. Plus, with this route, it's free for everyone. So, one sec. So, basically, the community version of OpenVPN, I'll post in the chat here, has an easy Windows guide. And essentially all you need is a Windows box. Doesn't have to be like a true server or anything like that. Just be a Windows 7 system or Windows XP, or I wouldn't recommend XP, sorry. Didn't even mean to say that. Windows 7 or Windows 10 box. And or if you for some reason have a Windows Vista box, I guess you could still use that for a little while. I think that actually doesn't lose support until 2020. So that's something good to do with a Vista box since you can't really do much else with it. So if you have a Windows box you're not using, or even if you are using, because it doesn't take up much, you can download and install it from there. The download link is this one. And if I'm not mistaken, the same installer can be used for both the server and the client side. So I already got it downloaded here, so we're going to go ahead and run it. Yes. All there. Say next. Next. Always trust from OpenVPN. Say next here. And finish. Alright, so we have OpenVPN installed. Next bit we have to do is go and set up the certificates for our server. And for that, we want to go to a command prompt. And we want to type in init node-config. Alright, and then we want to do notepad bars.bat. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, because access is denied. So you want to start up a administrator command prompt. Let's do that. Windows. There we go. Files are copied successfully. Now we'll do notepad bars.bat. And we want to edit a few things here. So the country. US. You don't really have to put anything in here that's actual, but we'll put it in. Basically, you just want to know this stuff so that you can make sure when you're accepting this certificate, because it's going to be self-signed, it won't be authorized per se, but you want to put in information that would make it so you recognize this certificate is the actual certificate you're supposed to be accepting. Take that out and just do our email here. Alright, so we'll save that. And then we'll want to run that bat, so run bars, and then clean dash all. Alright, so now we got the preparation steps. Now we'll do the certificate authority. Common name. We can just put in whatever we want there. Go. Build dash key dash server. And again, basically all we're doing here is just creating the certificates, which will be what's encrypting our traffic through the OpenVPN. Password. Sign and commit. And then for each client, you want to build their own key. So would you build key home? Alright, we'll just call it laptop. Same information. Common name we'll put in OpenVPN laptop. Sign it and commit it. And that is done. And last step we'll have to do is build Diffie-Hellman. Don't know what that means, but I just have to do it. I think that creates the actual encryption stuff. And now we'll go in and edit our configuration. And it's telling me to go here. Sample configurations. We'll open the server one. And we want to change some things. For the certificates. Essentially what we're going to be changing them to are these keys here. Copy that and paste this path in here. Same thing for these. And just make sure our names are the same. CA, server, and secret. Oh, we don't have a secret one. Oh, server.key. Yeah, we do have one of those. Perfect. Paste that in, backslash, quote those. And same thing for this. Perfect. And we want to save that. Into the OpenESA. All files, and then make sure we save it as .ovpn. Oh, stupid access and Windows. Screw that. We're giving everybody access to OpenVPN. Now, does that let me save? Windows security is such a pain. Bam. So now we have our server config saved. And we want to make sure we edit our client configs. So that's back in our sample configs, the client one. And we'll open that. And essentially we want to do the same thing, but where we had CA, it's going to be for our client one for laptop. So paste these in here. Alright, so basically we just edit these config files so that it points to our laptop certificate there. And we also need to make one other change. And that's for which server it's going to connect to. That's this line right here. So for this example, I'm not going to go through the internet, so we're just going to use the IP address of this computer here. But normally you would want to use the actual internet IP address and have this 1194 port forwarded through your firewall. But we're not going to go through all that right now, so we're just going to put in the local internet address. 12. And just to make things easy, I'm just going to turn off my firewall. I believe all you have to do is allow the OpenVPN server through that firewall for Windows if you have that, but you would need to forward this port as well from your internet to your local system here, and this would be your internet accessible address. So we got those saved, and we want to save this one. We want to call this laptop. Save that. Alright, so for the server, we want to copy these over. So we want to copy those to the config folder on the server. And we also want to copy its config file over. So basically this file tells it to be a server. This file tells the program to be a client. So that makes it pretty easy there. And on our client one, we'd want to copy this one out somewhere. And we'd want to make sure we get these client. So for our client, we'd end up putting this in the client's config folder, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. But let's look at the server one. So the server needs the CA key or certificate, the DH1024 perm, the server certificate, the server key, and the server config. And the client needs the CA certificate, the client config, and the server certificate and key. Nope, we don't need the certificate and key. We want the laptop certificate and key there. Sorry, my bad. The laptop certificate and key should go for the client. Alright, so now when we start OpenVPN on this one, and connect, that's not right. On that one, we just have to start it. And we'll get this client one over to a client. Let me copy this over. There. There we go. Alright, let me get another system up here and we'll start that as the client, and we should be able to connect to this system here. Stop sharing my screen while I get that one set up. Alright, so on this system, I've gone ahead and copied over that client folder. We just need to install OpenVPN on here. And again, you just do the same install. then we want to copy all these to the client config folder. Now, when we connect on this remote system, it's saying I have something wrong in that config. These actually should be config. Should be config. Move that over. Saying it doesn't like the backslashes. Why? Oh, because we have to escape them. So a good thing to point out is that you do have to use escape characters for your backslashes here, but also it made it so we saw that you need to change where those files were located. They should be in the config folder. There we are. Move that back over here. And we want to do the same thing on the server as well. Alright, so now that we got those set up right, so now our server is running and waiting for us to connect. So we'll go over to our client system and we'll try connecting. And perfect. So now this system could be anywhere in the world, and if I changed it so that this system was accessible from the internet, I could connect to my home network and this computer from this computer anywhere in the world. So it just took a couple config things to set up, but not really that bad. And following that link that I had in there, it basically gave me all the steps that we had to walk through. And now, anytime I take this computer out, if it was a laptop, I would just have to start this OpenVPN, right-click and connect, or double-click to connect, and then all of my traffic would be going through this encrypted connection and coming out on the internet at my house. So not too bad. You do have a lot more things that you can go in and set up here. You can see that each of them has a good paragraph about what the settings are, and I do think one of them you actually have to tell it to give access to other your home network there. Yeah, so pushing this route would allow you to give access to that home internet. So lots more you can do with it, but that's kind of a quick rundown on getting it set up and working. But now we have an OpenVPN server that we can start using for other things. And since this is the community edition, it is free, so not too bad there. Anyone have any questions on that in here? Or in the chat? Join us at www.foolishtechshow.com. Bueller.
If there's if you can do a free VPN, then why are you paying for it?
Well, the paid for ones give you a VPN in a different country,
Oh,
where this one is, it's still going to be coming out of your internet.
oh,
So you could buy a virtual private server in a different country and do what we just did there, and that would give you a VPN in a different country. But you're going to be paying about $40 a month for a virtual private server, where you can pay $40 a year for private internet access to other ones. I think you can get the virtual private servers down to like $5 a month, but that's still $60 a year. So the big benefit of doing that, though, is you wouldn't be limited on how many devices you could have connected at any given time, and you can set up individual certificates for each of your devices and things like that. But you also have to maintain it and things like that. Since I set this one up on a virtual machine, that means I would have to make sure that my computer and this virtual machine were running all the time, as well as making sure that OpenVPN service was working and running on that system all the time. But that's what you pay other people for. If you go with the paper route, then you can have someone else worry about making sure all their stuff is up and working. But this free route also lets you go through and connect to your home network, which is another big benefit. So you don't have to open up other ports. You can just have that one port open and be able to access all your files or remote desktop in or do things of that nature as well. So there's advantages to each. I don't think that you would want to do both of them at the same time, though. That might cause some confusion, and your internet might be going out your VPN endpoint, or it might be going out your ISP endpoint. So, depending on if you want to have logs or records of your stuff, which your ISP more than likely is, where your VPN is, as long as it's doing what it says normally, isn't keeping logs. I have set this up for one of the small businesses I worked for, though, and this is how we connected to all of the systems. Since everything's encrypted and secured, it meets HIPAA compliance, so that's another way that we could have people save stuff instead of going through email. They would just connect directly to the server and save their things on the server, and other people could pull that stuff off the server and use it that way. So some good options there.
I wanted to note that the open source router firmware DD-WRT supports OpenVPN. Has it built into it.
Does it let you set up a server or just connect?
But it lets you set up a server.
I do have that here,
you
so
sure?
we can check it out. All right, so what Proctor was talking about, now was that Open WRT or DD-WRT?
DD-WRT.
All right, because that's what I got on my wireless gateway here.
I'm pretty sure it lets you set it up as a server.
Or my wireless access point. My wireless bridge, I should say, wireless extender. Well, it doesn't look like the Lynx's version of it does. Or it may be because I have the WAN turned off on this that I'm not getting the option for that. So I have this just set up as a wirelessly bridged wireless extender. That might be why I'm not getting the option for that. I do know you can do a whole lot more with this thing than what I have it set up for.
I posted a link into the chat to how to set it up on the DD-WRT. It can do client or server.
Nice. So yeah, that's something else too, relating back to Untangle and pfSense. You can set up OpenVPN servers on those as well. The Untangle one is a lot easier to set up than even what we did there, and it's running from your internet gateway, so that's another route to take as well. Looks like you have to go through and make your keys on the DD-WRT as well. So Services tab. I don't have a VPN tab. I'm assuming because I'm going through with the WAN disabled there. Yeah, I can't do it on that one. So there's lots of ways that you can set up a OpenVPN server. It would be nicer to have it going through your internet gateway if you have one of those set up, but I just wanted to show off you can do it on any Windows box. You don't even have to have a internet gateway there, or risk crashing your firmware, possibly having your router not even supported by DD-WRT. Like my Asus box, it doesn't have a really supported version for the hardware revision that I have for DD-WRT. Otherwise, I would have that set up on that one too.
You can purchase routers with DD-WRT already installed on them now. A number of vendors. Buffalo has one. I'm not sure if Netgear has one or not.
That's sweet. Have you gotten any of those?
Yeah, I've had them. I've used them for a while.
Sweet. Yeah, I just really liked having that old Linksys be able to be repurposed as a wireless extender.
Yeah.
And not even have to have it connected via a LAN cord. It's connected wirelessly to extend the wireless.
Cool.
All right. So several options for that. Tomorrow, are you going to go over both of them, Proctor?
I don't think there's going to be enough time to do that. I'm going to go over. I'll talk about both of them a little bit, but I'm going to focus on PC Repair Tracker.
Cool. So tomorrow, Proctor's going to be going over.
Wait, Proctor's gonna be here tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming in just for the show and then going back.
What the balls?
His
Ashley told me not to miss the show.
yeah.
Oh goodness.
Wow.
I'm
It's probably
Yeah.
because she wants to.
Don't miss the show, but I bet she holds it over you.
I bet she does too. You weren't there.
Doing an internet show.
Well, they're doing it way early in the morning, and then she's probably gonna want to be asleep, and not just have Proctor like standing over her while she sleeps.
Yeah, we're going into the hospital at 9. They're gonna do the C-section 10:35.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, best of luck with that.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah, man. For reals.
I've never witnessed a C-section before. This is gonna be interesting.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah. I'm not gonna eat breakfast.
Might not have Pepto for breakfast.
Yeah.
Just whatever you do, don't go like, or because like it's gonna look very painful. Just remember she can't feel a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, if he passes out, that would be hilarious. Oh, that looks. Oh no! Plop.
Yeah. Too bad there can't be someone in the room videotaping my reactions.
Proctor cam.
Cool. Well, so we'll have that tomorrow. Yes, PhilTheX Proctor did say he's going to discuss PC Repair Tracker or PCRT.
PC Repair Tracker.
Yeah.
Does he have any specific things he wants to know about it or anything?
Well, let's ask. PhilTheX, did you have anything specific about PC Repair Tracker you were interested in?
Yeah,
Repair
my-
Tracker? Or do you use it yourself? And the wife isn't giving birth. Proctor is.
Looks like it.
Complicated procedure.
I think I'm bigger than she is.
Jesus blessed him.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's looking at automating his their flow. So any automation tips you can add will be nice.
Okay.
I'm assuming also with the integration of D72 is playing a part in that. Cool. So we'll have that one, and then are you going to do repair track R or repair shopper?
I guess the following week.
Cool. Cool.
On a different subject, have you installed Android on the Raspberry Pi?
No, not yet.
I have tried to do it and have failed so far.
I didn't see a lot of things pointing me in that direction before, so.
I was wanting something that I could use the Square reader with.
That's interesting.
I was trying to, make a little credit card reader.
What were you running into issues with?
Could not get the operating system installed.
Like, it just said no? Or...
Well, the closest attempt I got, I get an Android splash screen and it stops.
What version of Android are you using?
I'm pretty sure it was the newest one. Which one? What do they call it?
Marshmallow?
Yeah, Marshmallow.
Can you get that on other devices now?
Can you get what on other devices?
Marshmallow? Apparently. I didn't know that.
Well, I think they've already released it to their repository. When it goes on... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I got it, it was only for Nexus devices, which hadn't been that long ago. But...
That's version 6.
What device do you have, Proctor?
The Raspberry Pi.
Oh, well, then that's not it. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. Raspberry Pi, huh?
Yeah, the version 6 is on their
Oh, okay.
storage.
Yeah, I didn't think it was so far, but okay. Not like I keep up with it too much, but.
So, I mean, yeah, Proctor, if you want to compile it from source, you could probably do that. Or is that what you are doing?
No, I was not compiling it from source.
There's a couple YouTube videos on putting 5 on there, so see if there's anything that gives me some detailed instructions. Because that would be pretty sweet to have an Android device on it. Um, I found a link for it, but they're like saying it's going to be $9 to download the zip of it. And that's putting 5.1 on there, Lollipop. Oh, that one's actually not even available to download from that page. Cool, no, I'll definitely look into that some more and see what I can work out as far as getting that going. So I mean, that would just be cool, just having another Android device, and if I have to compile it from source, that means I could always be on the latest version of Android. Or otherwise I would have to get a Nexus device for that. PhilTech says it'll be very slow. And PhilTech, he wanted to have Android on there so that he could run the Square reader so he can use it as a credit card machine. I don't know how much slower. I mean, it really shouldn't be. It's a quad core and gig of RAM. That's about what you're looking at with cell phones.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be too slow.
Yeah. But it'll just be fun for the experiment factor as well, so that'll be cool. All right. So we'll be back tomorrow at 4. Yeah, and it's not even available to download anymore, PhilTech. That link is trying to sell his build, but it's not even available. So I'll look more into it and see if I can find something to get it set up and running quicker.
Cool.
But otherwise, tomorrow we'll be back at 4 for PC repair tracker and going over that with Proctor. And then Friday, I'm not sure what I'm going to do since we're going to hold off our bacon show until Monday morning. So look forward to that at least. Monday morning we'll have a bacon show where we'll be cooking bacon and then eating bacon. What could be more exciting than that? I don't know.
Now, I'm going to have to go to the store and get bacon and then cook bacon and eat bacon on Monday as well, because that sounds good.
Everybody's going to have to, so everyone make sure you have bacon ready.
What are we looking for? I just got here, I'm
Risk
sorry.
sickness for eating bacon on that day.
But there's no, I'll be safe eating bacon on Monday? Is that what you're saying?
Monday is Foolish Bacon Day. It's a
We're
holiday.
going to do a whole show of bacon eating.
Oh,
Everybody's got to have bacon Monday morning.
that sounds a little bit like...
Do we need to already have it cooked, or are we going to cook it during the show?
I'm going
this
to cook
isn't- we
mine during
can't-
the show.
We can't invade Epic Meal Times.
Yeah, we can.
Mhm.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
stopping us from doing that, sure. I think we should let John do the preparation since he's got the nice kitchen and
We're
Nice
all
kitchen.
doing it.
Mhm.
we're all making bacon.
We're all going to make bacon.
Oh, okay. Bacon.
And the
Find
guy
some
who
bacon.
just copy and paste for a blog post says we can't invade someone else's content. I like that.
The
Hey, Michael,
uh-huh.
I need a blog post done, and it just thought of you.
Okay, yeah, I wonder where that came from. Anyway, what do you need it on?
The Windows 10, Brantley, you know, I was talking to you about it. I don't know if Michael would want to do it.
The what?
Unless you've done it already. The Windows 10 thing, the updates, Windows updates, and all that.
Oh, if it's showing, if you have it set to be a preview build.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Michael, what's going on is D7.2, of course, minus the Windows 10 not the version number being changed after the release and that not showing correctly. The other thing that's going to confuse some people out there, unfortunately, what is Sears? What is this? I don't know who you are. Go away. The Windows 10 thing, gosh, what was I? The updates, yes. So when Windows 10 does an update now, if it's a preview or a tech build or a tech preview or whatever, it actually reinstalls Windows.
Yeah, I've been told that, and
Well, more than being told, if you would please research and find out everything you can about it, and then do a detailed blog post. This is the thing that I want done, actually, and I just want somebody to do it. And it's about that to educate people on that, because and also with the installed sense, because D7.2 is going to say it was installed 12 days ago when you just did an update 12 days ago. Because Windows technically was reinstalled. Dudes aren't going to know that. People aren't going to get that. Just several of those Windows 10 things, involving Windows Update and the tech preview, which will throw people off. Wasn't there something else, Brantley?
That's all that I can think of right now.
I thought there was something else and related to that.
Just as of it detecting if it's a tech preview build or not.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. This is people won't know, and it's worth knowledge. It's also worth if you can do and what I mean by detailed is also find out like registry settings or related files or things like that. If you can find out the related material there, that would be super awesome, because then I can also that would save me the time of doing it when I code it into D7X.
Okay.
So I won't have to do the research then. I can just do the coding. And in the meantime, people will know all about it.
Sounds good.
That was just an idea. I mean, we need to start cranking out some content, some tech content like that on the blog, so wouldn't hurt. Especially considering some people are going to be are already confused about it when they use D7.2. So it's just because they don't know how Windows 10 works with Windows Update, and I just want them to know that.
So probably preface it with it detects as having to install Windows 8.1, but they changed the number right before release, so that's why it does it now. And it's on
I actually did a blog post on that already.
You already did. I can just pull that, reference it or something.
Yeah.
Don't just copy and paste that one.
Yeah, just link to it or something. Don't.
Yes.
If you even need to,
But the update thing and it showing as a preview build is kind of important.
Yeah.
And I think you can do that for both home and pro versions. Put it on the preview build. Check here.
Michael will find out.
I don't.
Or someone will
do trials.
So whoever writes the blog post.
What happens with?
So you can get insider builds, and that'll be what shows as a preview build in D7.2.
Yeah, but I was wondering how to change how to do testing with.
I think it'll list it as the tech preview, but the most important thing is that it will also change the install date. to whenever that update was performed, because technically it does install. So
Yeah, every time it does a build update.
it's technically a reinstall. So that's what we need to get out known.
Okay.
It'd also be kind of nice if you could figure out some way to see past that, to find the real thing again, to find the real numbers again. But I
Probably
guess
not. Because it's probably in one place in the registry and it's just getting overwritten. So there's
and for that particular value, yes, that's correct. It's just in one place and it's just getting overwritten when it gets reinstalled. So I wonder if there was another method. But I guess, on second thought, it doesn't really matter. It's a reinstall technically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not so sure this is actually if it's not acting. I mean, I think it's acting correctly. In other words, just based upon how Windows 10 has changed things. The only other thing I want to say is that I don't know that we should necessarily be condoning people stay on the developer previews or whatever of it, because I mean, I don't know if some techs may want to, but I'm not on the preview channel, and since it's been released.
But that would also be helpful if you open up D7.2 and find out it says preview build, to find that that person signed up for the preview builds.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a great way to detect. Yeah, you don't know that at first without digging through to that screen, essentially, right? So I guess that could be something to advertise about D7.2.
But I don't think that's really what it's pulling. I think what needs to be done really is to find out the official methodology for detecting that. There is one. So
detecting if it's on the preview or inside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and if there's not something official, I mean, by official, I mean like anything through, some query of the OS or API even, but
there's got to be a registry setting somewhere or something.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a registry setting. That'd be the easiest thing.
All right.
Oh, I can't.
So look out for that blog post coming to a Foolish IT blog
near you.
And we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. for Proctor going over.
I just had to come in.
PhilthX has a question about how DSupport Suite sends its heartbeat emails. Need to program an email to be sent automatically.
Oh. It uses Microsoft CDO for Windows 2000. The something, I don't know, data objects library. It's you can script it with VBScript or something like that. It's like the only way you can actually send email in Windows without the security taking over. Like if you have Office installed, how it takes over and says, "Oh, something's trying to send an email on your behalf." It doesn't do that if you use CDO. That's like the only thing I know that'll do that. And yes, it'll work silently. It works just fine. It's a reference. Let me see what the reference is.
Now would you have to program that in VB6 to?
Oh, you could use VBScript or something like that. You can use anything that would use it really, but let's see. It is cdosys.dll. That's where it comes from. But it's just an API in that library. You can Google that. CDO, yeah. cdo.sys. Yes. Here, I'll just paste that in there. Dope.
All right. Any last minute other things?
John, do you have a license of PC Repair Tracker? I was planning on using the demo, but if you had an actual license, I could go through the install.
What'd you say? PC Repair Tracker?
Yeah. Do you have a copy of that?
Yeah, I'll look for it right now.
All right.
Are we? Yep. Okay, now you want to end the show, right, Brantley?
Are we ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
All right. So yeah, join us tomorrow for the 5th time, and we'll be here doing PC Repair Tracker with Proctor. And Friday, I'm not sure what'll go on, but Monday definitely be here at 8 a.m. because we'll have a bacon show. That'll be well worthwhile. So, see you everyone. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.